Mao Mao. Hot dog. He's impressive, isn't he? Oh, Mao Mao is the next character for our Multiversus character poll, our yay or nay series. Now, this one might be a character that might not be on a ton of people's radars, but this character has a ton going for him. There's a lot. It's actually pretty cool show. I've only watched a handful of episodes myself, but I've kind of been getting into the show a little bit, and it's a good stuff. It's good stuff. But as always, we got to break down the character. What could they possibly bring with them in terms of a moveset on the battlefield? So let's start off with move number 1, which is what we're going to be dubbing the Ice Slash. Well, that's actually what the name of the move is, so I don't need to dub it anything, do I? But Mao Mao uses a blade a ton during a bunch of the episodes. It's kind of the main weapon of the character, all right? Okay, sure. Why do we need another character that has a sword slash attack? Wow, how interesting. Well, hold up. First up, we have Ice Slash. Now, this move is where Mao Mao will end up raising the sword up and then striking forward. Yeah, I know, it sounds like a sword slash, right? But wait just a second. The point of the sword here, if it ends up connecting with the opponent, we could give this like a special freeze-like effect that could be applied to the opponent who gets hit with it. So it's kind of like a tipper, if the opponent gets hit with the tip of the attack, something special, which again, if they get hit with it, they'll end up freezing for, they get frozen in a block of ice or something, right? They get frozen in spot for maybe half a second, 1 second, depending on how much damage they're at when they take the attack. But this way, it gives the sword slash a little extra flavor to the attack. It's not just another dull, oh look at my sword swing. Wow, how incredible is that? No, at least we're spicing it up, or in this case, we're kind of chilling it up. That made no sense, did it? No, but you get the point. It's a sword slash. If Mao Mao hits the opponent with the end of the sword, there's a nice little freezing effect that can take place. Move number 2, we're gonna go with the flying squirrel technique. Now, this one is definitely an up special, a recovery type of attack more than anything. So for this one, Mao Mao uses his cape to fly upwards very quickly, I would imagine. So he just kind of like gets sprung straight upwards into the air. But then the descent, he'll still have the cape out, and he'll kind of come floating back down rather slowly. But it gives Mao Mao a little bit more time to kind of pick where to land. He's going to have a lot of... so imagine anybody that played Smash Bros, for example. Think Peach or Daisy with their umbrella, their parasol. When they're coming down, when they're floating very slowly, something like that. Mao Mao will have that. But obviously, the benefit to, coming down real slowly is you pretty much have freedom to move left to right and try to land exactly where you want. But then, of course, the negative is since you're falling so slowly, the opponent will have time to try to come punish you because you're basically in a vulnerable state just sitting there, slowly floating back down to the stage. But kind of a fun little idea. You got to get the flying squirrel technique in there somewhere, and like I said, this works out perfectly as an up special or recovery type of move. Move number 3, I want to go a little different here. Let's get creative for a second, right? Because, if you're not going to have creative attacks, then you might as well not have attacks. Well, maybe, depending on the character. But this attack, I'm going to call it the Adorabat Launcher. Now, this one, I kind of came up on my own. I was kind of piecing a few things together. But one of Mao Mao's friends is Adorabat. Now, Adorabat kind of helps out in throughout the episodes and in fights and battles and, just all sorts of things. So for the attack, Mao Mao will end up launching his friend Adorabat. And Adorabat will go flying through the air. But Adorabat ends up holding this spear. So Adorabat, think of it like this. Mao Mao throws Adorabat holding a spear. So it's basically like Mao Mao's just throwing a spear forwards, if you just want to think about it like that. But it's, another character from his show. It gives the moveset a little bit more flavor, something like that. So, again, basically it's Mao Mao throwing a spear, but it's Adorabat holding the spear. And maybe you can angle it, straight across, although you're not angling. That would just be the neutral launch distance. But you can angle it, 45 degrees up, 45 degrees down. So say this is like a neutral special, for example. You use this in the air, and, depending on where the opponent is, you go throwing out the Adorabat with the spear. well, this could be kind of, this would be annoying to kind of deal with, you know, especially it being a spear, long range. There's going to be a long hitbox onto it. So it could be an annoying move to deal with, but I still think this would be a really cool idea if Mao Mao ever ends up getting playable in Multiverses. And move number 4, the final one we'll go over before we move on to the alternate costume portion. We're going to call this one, I believe it's actually called the Lunar Flash. Or Slash? No, I think it's Flash. Pretty sure it's Flash. Either way, finally, Lunar Flash. For this move, Mao Mao will basically raise his sword above his head, directly above his head, with a big light beam that comes shooting out from up under him. No, or above him. Basically, let's go Smash Bros here, for example, again. Lady Palutena, she's got her up smash where a beam of light comes shooting upwards from the ground. So it's kind of like this one, but there's no distance from where Palutena uses it. This one is directly coming up from where Mao Mao is standing. Does that make sense? Basically, raises his sword, so the sword attack will be part of the attack. So if somebody's right above him quick enough, they'll get hit by the sword, but then this big energy, the Lunar Flash, will end up also consuming the opponent, dealing massive damage, sending them flying. So yeah, the Flash will have like the bigger hitbox, obviously, the sword itself skinnier hitbox. So yeah, I guess we could say the downside to this sort of attack, though, it might have some significant startup lag and maybe significant end lag, possibly one or the other, if not both. I don't think you need both, but say it's got a significant end lag, right? So meaning if you miss the attack, you're gonna be wide open into an opponent's counterattack for them to get back into the match. So you better utilize this move, you know, perfectly. If they're above you, you want to hit them with an anti-air sort of attack. This one would be perfect for that type of moveset, or an attack in this case. So there you go, Lunar Flash for the last move. And now moving on to the alternate costumes. We got 3 of them for you guys. First up, we're gonna go with I guess we just call this his fancy suit, I suppose. Mao Mao dressed up in a nice little fancy suit. Nothing crazy, but kind of a cool little idea, I suppose. I mean, Mao Mao has quite a bit, honestly. There's quite a bit of alternate costumes you could go with. So yeah, fancy suit, the nice suit, whatever you want to call this one. We also got this royal Jester King, I don't even know what to call this. The royal outfit? I'm not sure, but you see it on screen. And then, of course, there's one more that caught my attention. I was like, this would be perfect for an alternate costume. The one where he wears his Finn costume, you know, Finn Adventure Time, who happens to be in Multiverses already. This would just be a really fun nod to the character. I think this would be great. Heck, I would buy, even if I don't play, if Mao Mao was a playable character in Multiverses, and say I didn't even play Mao Mao that often, but a Finn costume popped up in the item shop, I would buy that, no questions asked. I just like the reference. I just think it's a pretty cool thing. So yeah, Mao Mao's got plenty of ideas for alternate costumes, no doubt. I'm sure you guys might have your own, and if you do, feel free to drop that in the comments as well. But yeah, that should be it for the alternate costume portion of the video. But the video is not quite done yet, because now I'm going to give my opinion, and hopefully you guys do as well. Some of you probably already have, which is totally fine. Yay or nay down in the comments. Would you like to see this character as a playable character for Multiverses? So for me, if you would have asked me about a month ago, I would have said I have no idea who this character is. No idea who Mao Mao was. But that's why I love doing the Yay or Nay series for no matter what. Smash Bros, Nickelodeon All-Star Brawl, now Multiverses, no matter what the game is. I love doing the series because not only do I kind of get to learn about new characters that I didn't even know about, but maybe you guys do as well. And for me watching episodes and stuff like that, I've kind of, I'm not going to say this is my brand new #1 most wanted character. No, he's probably, Mao Mao is probably not even the top 15. I wouldn't guess, but nonetheless, I'm going to give Mao Mao a yay. I think this would be a very fun character. I think it'd be kind of funny as well with some of the dialogue that might go along or in between the two characters. You know, anything with Finn as example. We talked about the alternate costume. Maybe there's a cool interaction with Mao Mao if he's dressed as as Finn and he's fighting Jake or something, or if he's fighting Finn, something cool could come up with that. But yeah, nonetheless, this would be a pretty fun character. So yes, I'm gonna give him a yay. We'll see how he does, but that is gonna wrap it up for today. I hope you guys enjoyed as always. We should be back next week with the updated yay or nay stats, and maybe next week, maybe next Sunday we'll do 2 episodes. We'll see for sure. But yep, that is it for this one. Hope you guys enjoyed as always, and I guess I'll see you when I'm looking at you.